Hey guys, it's your boy Dragonoff back with another video. In this video we will be bringing you two builds. The first is a Dragon Strike Invincible build, and then the second will be the Dragon Strike Superhuman build. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, this is going to be the first build. This is the Dragon Strike Superhuman build. With this build we are using the specialization Tactician. With this specialization you get quite a few good things to use. So the main thing is the Artificer Hive, which buffs the shield and repairs the armor. Down here it also Technomancy, gain 15% bonus armor while aiming a skill. So that's if I ever use a skill that I aim with, so like a sticky EMP. Party members, also Faraday Field. Party members within a 5 meter of your deployed or undisrupted skills are immune to shock and disruption. Okay. And I think this one over here. So group signature ammo, so destroying hostile skill proxies, drones, robotics adds 1 to the ammo bar of your group. So that's specialization ammo. And then I think this one, so 12% damage to drones, skill, proxies and robotics. So that comes in handy, especially if we're doing the legendary Roosevelt, where the 2 drones are up in the air and you want to take them down. Armor kits also apply to friendly skill practice within 10 meters, so I can't really see that happening, but if it happens by pure fluke then great. Okay, so going into the actual build itself, we have the Scorpio. This weapon is an absolute godsend. With this weapon, as you can see, mine's nearly god rolled, but I'm not really too fussed about 0.04%. Okay, so with this weapon, it comes with septic shock. Shooting the target applies a stack of venom which lasts for 10 seconds. Increasing stacks adds more severe debuffs to the target. So the first shot will add poison, the third shot will add disorient, the sixth shot will add shock. That's a lot of S's. The 7th shot will make the target take 20% damage from all sources. Stats no longer increase. Duration of the status effect is based on the percentage of pellets hitting on that applying shot. So you shoot, depending on how many pellets of that shot apply, the status effect duration will last longer. So first shot adds poison, so if you hit, let's say for example, first shot you hit 80% of the pellets onto that target, you'll get a longer duration than you will if you hit, let's say, 50% of the pellets on that shot. So this is one of those weapons that the closer you are, the better you're going to be for actually getting the shots in, really. On the secondary, I was in the video, as you can see down in the bottom left, I was using a different weapon. I don't know if you've noticed, I was using the F2000. This weapon is nearly god rolled again. I have a habit of having stuff that's nearly god rolled. But anyway, it's got the talent killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 40% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. Okay, with these kind of weapons you want damage to armor or damage to target out of cover. It's a no-brainer. Most of you guys will know this, but for anybody who's new watching this, with anything that you have an intention of doing DPS, you want damage to target out of cover or damage to armor. So because this is a sort of a tank DPS build, I still want to be doing DPS because of certain gear pieces that I'm using, which will give me better damage output. Okay, so that's why I'm using that. But then I changed to the ACR because it has the talent Vindictive. Killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants you and all your allies within 15 meters 15% critical hit chance and 15% critical hit damage for 20 seconds. So if I take my Scorpio out, shoot the hell out of the target, and then take out my ACR, take the killing blow with the ACR. Me and my allies within 15 meters, sorry, will gain extra critical hit chance and critical hit damage. Okay. With the secondary, I am using the TDI card custom because it gives me an extra skill tier. I'm not really too fussed about the talent, but preferably I would like a better talent on there. For the mask, I'm using the Bellstone Armory mask. So armor regen is the first attribute, and then with the sorry, not the attribute, the first skill for that brand set. So the core attributes is max armor, max crit damage, max crit chance. With this build I am going crit chance, crit damage, because I want to be doing as much damage as I can. And then I've got the mod on there, which is crit chance. Okay, and then the bag, as most of you will know, it's the memento. So there are the rolls. The good thing about this bag is it comes with the main core attributes, which is weapon damage, armor, and skill tier. Okay, so it's giving me another skill tier. And talent on this bag is kill confirmed. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long-term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. Okay, so basically the trophies you pick up will give you 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency for 10 seconds. Okay, and for every trophy collected, gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds. Maximum stacks 30. So 300 seconds is 5 minutes. Okay, so what this means is if you pick up a trophy and then you carry on picking up trophies up to a max stack of 30, you will have an additional 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% armor regen. Okay, but that will only last 5 minutes once you've got the max stacks. Okay, so the max stacks, or any stacks even, lasts 5 minutes if you don't pick up another trophy. So let's say, for example, whether you've got half the stacks or max stacks, if you don't pick up another, just a single trophy within 5 minutes, the stacks don't stay or refresh for another 5 minutes. So you lose all stacks after 5 minutes. So if you don't pick up another trophy for 5 minutes, you'll lose everything. Okay, but if you pick up another trophy, then it just refreshes for another 5 minutes. So just remember that. Okay, with the chest, I was running a perfect unbreakable, which is the 0S named badge stuff, but I am actually running obliterate with this now. So it's not what I want. I want a chest piece which has got the same rolls with intimidate, because I'm getting bonus armor and face tanking within 10 meters. I want to be getting that extra damage, but with this talent, basically you've got to hit 5 consecutive shots for the stacks to increase. So I think it's pretty much 5 consecutive shots with this kind of build anyway, so you can get it quite quickly, but still. And the reason why I'm using badge stuff is because it gives me shotgun damage, hence I'm using Scorpio. I want something that will buff the damage on that. Okay, moving on to the hands, I'm using the Golden Gear hands. So the first piece is giving me a 10% status effect. Okay, so there are the rolls, like I said, crit chance, crit damage where I can. Okay, and then down to the holster. Now a lot of people will think, why is he running a Return Kaiser holster and it's named one the Forge? Because it gives my shield an extra buff. So with this I've got max armor again, it's got the standard attribute that comes on there, which is 50% shield health, and then it's got crit hit damage rolled onto it, on it as well. Sorry, it's got armor rolled onto it. So with this, I will be using this with my shield, and as you can see, it's 5.3 million health. Without that holster, I think it's like 4.2. So it's taking the shield health 50% from the base shield health without any like core attributes adding to it or anything like that, like skill tiers or anything like that. It's just the base shield health that it gives extra health, 50% extra health to. Okay. And with the knees, I'm using the second piece of golden gear. This gives me 1% arm regen. As you can see, I had the 1% from Bellstone, I've got 3% from the bag, and I've also got the 1% from the knees as well. And with this, eventually, as you can see, I've got armor regen as the third attribute. I want to take that off and get crit hit damage. Eventually I'll get it, but again, I'm losing out on crit hit damage there, so I want to be getting that. Not that my crit hit damage is low, as you will see, but yeah, I want to be getting crit hit damage eventually on there once I get the piece. With the shield, like I mentioned, it's the Crusader shield, because then you can use your Scorpio, shotgun, assault rifles, SMGs. You can't use snipers, you can't use LMGs, you can use rifles as well. Okay, so this is a skill tier 6, gives you 60% active regeneration, 250% shield health, and 40% holstered regeneration. Okay, and then there are the mods. Put whatever mods you want on it, whichever ones you feel comfortable. I've got extra shield health, active regeneration, and holstered regeneration. It's entirely up to you which mods you choose, but I won't tell you which mods to use. That's up to you guys. Okay, the Artificer Hive, as I mentioned before, it gives a buff to my shield. It also gives buffs to skills like turrets, damage skills, that kind of thing. So turret, anything that you deploy that isn't like a sort of something that automatically disperses. So a turret fires ammo, so that's going to stick around for a while. Something like the chem launcher fire starter, that disperses, so you can't really buff like something like a cloud or anything like that. So anything that's stationary and is physical, your Artificer Hive should be able to buff it. Okay, stationary and physical. So your turret, your drone if it's within the vicinity, shock trap and shrapnel traps, it can buff because it is stationary until obviously the shock trap gets detonated or the shrapnel trap gets detonated, so that can work as well. It could also buff the decoy, I assume. It will also buff the stationary remote pulse. So yeah, there's a few places where you can use the Artificer Hive, which is kind of good. It's one of those skills you can use on a few different builds, which I like to see. Okay, so just going back to this anyway, so the refill speed is 5.1 seconds, that's when it's obviously depleted. The charge is 16, the range is 10 meters, the duration is 216 seconds. The health, not really an issue unless you're putting it down in open fire, which you shouldn't really be doing. You should be putting it in cover so it doesn't get shot. Buff amount is 30%, buff duration is 10 seconds. Skill repair is 36%, and skill refresh is 7 seconds. So skill refresh, basically my shield is going to be regenning every 7 seconds. It's going to be regenning 36% of that shield. Okay, alright, so I could buff this even further, changing the arm to a skill tier. I still need to test it. Might do a couple of tests and then do an updated video with a couple of other pieces once I get the Intimidate chest piece. We will see about that, but at the moment the armor for the superhuman build, the armor is the best thing for this. Okay, so going on to the stats. The stats are 50% crit hit chance with the Scorpio, 126.9% crit hit damage, 65% headshot damage, 12% armor damage, and then what else? Was there anything else? I thought I had something else, but no, it's the other one. So on the ACR, we've got 45% crit chance, 126.9 crit damage, 75% crit headshot damage, and then we've got 21% health damage. So they're good for dogs' health damage. Okay, so this is the superhuman build. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Dragon Strike Invincible build. So the Invincible build, there's only a couple of changes with this. Okay, so the main weapons are the same. I'm not going to go over them again. These parts are the same, so the mask, the bag, the chest piece and the holster, but with the gloves and the knees they are different. So, and I'll explain why. Because the superhuman build is mainly used as a tank support build, so you can do the Summit Legendary with that build because it's in closed spaces, you have cover, you can funnel enemies into corners and rooms and all that kind of stuff. The superhuman build, you do have to get all your stacks before you even think about trying to do a legendary open world. So Roosevelt, Capitol Hill, unless you have a really good team that you can rely on, be careful, because your shield will just, all it takes is a couple of grenades and your shield goes bye bye. But I am still looking to test superhuman build in open world legendary. I've not done full tests yet. It may be viable, but from the short period that I've used it, it is difficult because you get shot from a lot of different places and you can get grenaded from every direction. Okay, whereas the grenades normally in the Summit are coming from in front of you or just a little bit to the side of you. Okay, so this build is more viable for open world PvE, heroic. I have tried this build in Legendary Summit. It takes a little bit longer, you got to use cover more, but it is still viable in Legendary Summit. Okay, so I might do a mashup video later on at some point with me doing a Legendary Summit with both builds. Okay, do a mashup video also once I get my Intimidate chest piece. I might throw that in there, but I will think about it first. See if I want to do a mashup video, highlights video kind of thing thrown together, let you guys see exactly how these builds work together in Legendary Summit, and possibly a little bit of open world gameplay, group gameplay. Okay, so with this build, with the gloves, I'm using the Grupo Sombra gloves. Again, they're the rolls, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. This specific piece, the first stat it gives you is 15% crit hit damage. Okay, so that buffs my crit hit damage higher. Okay, with the knees, I'm using the Seska knees. Again, they're the stats, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and then it gives me 10% extra crit hit chance. And with both of these, I've got weapon damage on them as well, which gives my Scorpio an extra bump in weapon damage. Now this Scorpio does hit hard on this build. Okay, so you can, once you've got all the trophies from the memento, you can pretty much, like in open world, you can 3-tap a yellow, 3 headshots, so you can 3-tap a yellow and they're down. In legendary, you can probably take down a yellow with probably 7 shots maybe. It just depends where you're hitting them. Okay, you do a lot of headshot damage if you can land those headshots. Obviously remember, you got to be close to be getting all those pellets to be hitting as well. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of advice on how this build works as well with the shield. With this specific build, you can get the shield up to 7.5 million HP health with all the stacks from the memento, I think. and I'm not too sure, I can't remember exactly with the superhuman build, but with both the builds, they are both viable in Legendary Summit. The video down below is me doing Legendary with the superhuman build solo. I will have a video with the superhuman build with 4 directives in group play, where I basically just eat drones for breakfast. No word of a lie, and I was worried that the superhuman build would not be able to take that kind of damage, and it does. But you see me running around for those trophies to get the refresh on that buff, because you need to keep an eye on that as well. So this build is good, the superhuman build is good. I like them both. They're a different kind of build than I like to run. Normally, you guys who know me, I'm running glass cannon, full red, full DPS. This build, the invincible build, has become my daily build running the game now. So I run around, I'm able to res people, I'm able to stay alive, I'm able to face tank, I'm able to do DPS. It's just great, and I love it, and I really do love it. With the invincible build, the superhuman build, sorry, that is a tank build. You can have a lot of fun with that, face tanking, not worry about things, especially if it's not legendary. You can just run around and just not worry about a thing and still do damage. Okay, with the builds, also just remember with the Scorpio, you with the superhuman build, you are running it, and your team, if you're running it in team, your team are looking to do the maximum amount of DPS. So make sure you utilizing the Scorpio, and make sure that you try and aggro as many enemies onto you as you can, and let your guys do the DPS in your team. Okay, so these are the 2 builds. I'll stop rabbiting on now. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and until the next video, this is your boy Dragonov signing out. Peace, look after each other, stay well, and I will catch you soon. Take care guys, bye bye. I also nearly forgot as well, guys, to show you the stats on the invincible build. So as you can see on the stats there, I have 60% crit chance, 153.3 crit hit damage. The headshot and everything else will be the same, and then on the ACR I've got 55% crit hit chance and 153.3 crit hit damage. Okay, so they are the stats for the invincible build. So guys, first of all, I would like to say thank you for being a part of my channel. It means a lot. I have been through a bit of a rough patch recently, as we all probably have, with everything going on with the world at the moment. So it's been tough for quite a lot of us. So I hope all you guys are trying to make the best of what you've got at the moment, supported by your friends and family. And staying safe as well, making sure that you're keeping connected to people who you can, where you can, especially in lockdown circumstances. But just an extra special thank you from me for you guys liking and subscribing, for you guys who feed me comments on my videos and also give me ideas on what to do next, interests in what I'm doing regarding the next video, so it means a lot. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna end it there now, actually end it. Okay, so thank you very much, take care, look after each other, stay safe, peace. This is your boy Dragonoff signing out.